Good evening, sports trivia fans. Welcome to the ultimate showdown of wits, where your random knowledge finally pays off. I'm Russell, your guide through tonight's maze of mind benders, brain twisters, and wait, I knew that moments. Here's the game plan. We've got rounds of questions across history, language, politics, literature, and more. Each one bringing you closer to that sweet, sweet victory. Get ready for non-stop sports trivia. Each question is a point. There's tiebreakers and a few fun sports facts. Stay sharp and prepare for a night of laughs, gasps, and maybe a few head scratches. Are you ready to bring your A game and make trivia history? It's Quizzia time.
Here's a sports movie question for you. In Rocky, what city does Rocky Balboa famously run up the steps in during his training montage? You have 8 seconds to answer. All of the Rocky movies are great. Sly Stone is seriously talented. My favorite is the one with him against Dolph Lundgren. Great boxing movies. Time's up. The answer is Philadelphia. Did you get it right? Hope that was an easy 1 point to start off the night. Evelyn is up next with question 2.
Here's a health and fitness question for you. This one is for the athletes. What is the most common injury in professional basketball players? You have 8 seconds to answer. This one seems pretty easy, but are you sure of your answer? I don't get beat by this one. Time's up. The answer is ankle sprains. Did you know approximately 25% of all basketball injuries are ankle sprains, making them a major concern for athletes in the sport? Did you get it right? Don't forget to subscribe for more trivia. Carmen is ready with question 3.
Here's a music question for you with a sports twist. Which Shakira song became the official anthem for the 2010 FIFA World Cup, bringing worldwide fame to its catchy tune and dance? You have 8 seconds to answer. Shakira is one of my favorites. I love Hips Don't Lie and Whenever, Wherever. She's a talented and fit singer. Time's up. The answer is Waka Waka, This Time for Africa. Did you get it right? Give a thumbs up, or every time you Google a question, you'll only get wrong answers. Get ready for a question from Emily next.
Here's a sports literature question for you. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar co-wrote a memoir that gives a unique perspective on his life in basketball. What is the title of this book? You have 8 seconds to answer. He was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 1995. Time's up. The answer is Giant Steps. Did you get it right? Keep up the good trivia work.
Did you know more than 100 children are conceived annually at the Super Bowl parking lot during tailgate parties?
Up next is Mitch for the next question.
Here's an entertainment question for you with a sports twist. In the hit 90s sitcom Coach, what was the name of the fictional college football team that Coach Hayden Fox led to victory? You have 8 seconds to answer. You know, Craig T. Nelson will forever be coach in my eyes. Nelson even won an Emmy for his performance. Great show for 9 seasons. Time's up. Drum roll, please. The answer is the Minnesota State Screaming Eagles. Did you get it right? Smash that like button or Coach will make you run laps. Russell is up next with question 6. You ready?
Here's a sports question. How many NBA championships did Michael Jordan win with the Chicago Bulls? You have 8 seconds to answer. He's one of the greatest to ever play. How many championships did MJ snag with the Bulls? How amazing was MJ in Space Jam? I love number 23. Time's up. The answer is 6 championships. Did you get it right? Question 7 is Savannah's. She's ready for you.
Here's a sports question for you. Who is the NFL quarterback with more than 40 NFL records to his name? You have 8 seconds to answer. This guy was impressive from 1983 to 1999, staying with one team. No one seems to do that these days. Time's up. The answer is Dan Marino. Did you know Dan Marino was in Ace Ventura with Jim Carrey? Go watch it. Did you get it right? Brian is up next, ready with question 8. Don't stop now.
Here's a politics and government question for you. Which U.S. president is famously known for starting the tradition of throwing the ceremonial first pitch on opening day of the baseball season? You have 8 seconds to answer. I think it's cool that this tradition was started. I like to think it shows the importance of sports to the nation. What do you think? Time's up. The answer is William Howard Taft. Taft was the 27th president. Did you get it right? How's your trivia night so far?
Did you know Mansell Davis is generally recognized as the all-time record holder with 51 career holes in one?
Carmen has got another question for you.
Here's a music question for you. Who had one of the best halftime shows in all time in 2007? You have 8 seconds to answer. I'll be honest. I only watched the Super Bowl for the halftime show. I like sports, but watching can be hard. Time's up. The answer is Prince. Did you get it right? My friend Lisa Kim is up next with a cool question. Are you winning?
Here's a language and words question for you. In soccer, what is the term used when a player kicks the ball between an opponent's legs from behind? You have 8 seconds to answer. Sports terminology is totally its own language. So many different terms for different moves and styles of playing different sports. Time's up. The answer is nutmeg. A proper nutmeg is a great strategy that Ronaldinho and Messi both use in their game. Did you get?
Okay, everyone, it's halftime. Grab yourselves another round of drinks, food, maybe hit up the bathroom. Stretch, we'll be right back. Also, we got some fun mini sports trivia games during this halftime before we jump back into the big questions. Stay tuned.
As we dive into the mini games, hit that pause button if you need more time to think.
Can you guess the sports nickname? Let's see what you know. Who is the Sultan of Swat? The Sultan of Swat is baseball legend Babe Ruth. Who is the Great White Hope? The Great White Hope is basketball genius Larry Bird. Who is the Flying Tomato? The Flying Tomato is snowboarding star Shaun White. Who is the Intimidator? The Intimidator is NASCAR Titan Dale Earnhardt. Who is the Great One? The Great One is Wayne Gretzky.
Can you guess the stats? Let's see how much sports trivia you know. How many career home runs did Babe Ruth hit? He hit 714 home runs. What is the highest number of points scored by a single player in an NBA game? Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points in one game. How many gold medals did Simone Biles win at the 2016 Olympics? She won 4 gold medals. How many wins did Richard Petty achieve in his NASCAR career? He had 200 wins.
What movies do these quotes belong to? First up, you're 5'0" nothing, 100 and nothing, and you have hardly a speck of athletic ability. The answer is the movie Rudy. Okay, how about this one? Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. The answer is the movie Dodgeball. Next movie quote, wax on, wax off. The answer is the movie The Karate Kid. And finally, how about this one? If you build it, he will come. The answer is the movie Field of Dreams. Back to our trivia questions. First question after the break is Joseph.
Here's a sports history question for you. Who holds the record for the most career home runs in Major League Baseball? You have 8 seconds to answer. I am a huge sports history nerd. I love thinking about the Hall of Famers in each sport and rewatching old games. What's your favorite sports fact? Time's up. The answer is Barry Bonds. Did you get it right? Stay tuned for the next question. Question 12 is next with my buddy Clyde. He's ready for you.
Here's a general knowledge question for you. In Happy Gilmore, which sport did Happy originally play before discovering his talent for golf? You have 8 seconds to answer. I love all of Adam Sandler's movies. He's awesome. Happy Gilmore is one of my favorites. Time's up. The answer is hockey. Who else loves Adam Sandler? Did you get it right?
Did you know the longest tennis tiebreak ever happened at Wimbledon 2010, lasting 138 games in a match that took over 11 hours across 3 days?
Park has the next question waiting for you.
Here's a history question for you. Who was the first African-American Major League Baseball player? You have 8 seconds to answer. This is a great trivia fact for your knowledge bank. Everyone loves baseball, right? Time's up. The answer is Jackie Robinson. Did you know Jackie's brother Mac Robinson finished second at the 1936 Olympics to Jesse Owens' talented family? Did you get it right? Basma is ready with the next question.
Here's a holidays and festivals question for you. In which Spanish city does the famous Running of the Bulls festival, known as San Fermin, take place each year? You have 8 seconds to answer. The Running of the Bulls is such a crazy festival. Did you know roughly 2,000 people will participate, and it's typically 6 male bulls with 6 tamed bull oxen that run through the streets? Time's up. The answer is the city of Pamplona. Did you get it right? Jenny is ready for you with the next question. Here she comes.
Here's a general knowledge question for you. In which sport would you perform a double axel and triple lutz? You have 8 seconds to answer. I'll give you a hint as the clock is ticking. I love to watch this sport during the Winter Olympics. Did that help? Think cold and graceful. Time's up. The answer is figure skating. Did you get it right? Are you ready? Teddy's got your next question.
Here's a sports movie question for you. In The Legend of Bagger Vance, which actor plays the mysterious caddy, Bagger Vance, who helps a golfer rediscover his swing? You have 8 seconds to answer. I love the sport movie genre, so many good hits. This one is a good one, plus Hoosier's Coach Carter, Rocky and Field of Dreams. Time's up. The answer is Will Smith. Did you get it right? Did you know this is not Will's only sports movie?
Did you know Larry Lewis completed a 100-yard dash in 17.8 seconds at the age of 101?
Up next is Matt with your next sports question.
Here's a general knowledge question for you. What 1992 film follows a youth hockey team coached by Gordon Bombay? You have 8 seconds to answer. This is one of my favorite films of all time. Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth. You know, my Pee-wee hockey team totally tried the Flying V. Time's up. The answer is the Mighty Ducks. Did you get it right? Who else has a Mighty Ducks jersey at home? Polina is up next with another great question.
Here's a health and fitness question for you. In which sport do athletes regularly perform plyometric exercises to increase explosive power? You have 8 seconds to answer. Fun fact, thinking burns calories. So technically, you're all getting a workout right now. Do you know this answer? Time's up. The answer is basketball. Did you know that playing just 1 hour of basketball can burn between 600 to 900 calories? Did you get it right? Savannah has your next question for you.
Here's a sports question for you. Which female tennis player has won the most Grand Slam titles? You have 8 seconds to answer. Tennis is an interesting sport. I played when I was younger. I had a great backhand, but I fell in love with gymnastics, though. Time's up. The answer is Serena Williams. Did you get it right? Hit that like button so you don't have to play a match at Wimbledon against Serena. Up next is Quincy with your next question.
Here's a sports literature question for you. Which famous basketball player wrote the book The Mamba Mentality, How I Play? You have 8 seconds to answer. Sports books are a fun read for sure. I love reading about strategies, past experiences of players, and all sorts of crazy anecdotes. Time's up. The answer is Kobe Bryant. Did you get it right? How's the sports trivia night so far? Keep going.
Did you know the first three-point shot in the NBA was made by Boston Celtics guard Chris Ford on October 12, 1979 against the Houston Rockets?
All right, folks, it's crunch time. We're down to the wire with a tiebreaker round, sudden death style. Pick your best team members. Who will it be for the trivia showdown? We've got a few tiebreakers to choose from. Hope you don't need all 3 rounds to break the tie. These tiebreakers stand between you and victory, so get your game face on and let's see who's taking home the trophy. Gina is up next with our first tiebreaker question.
Here's an animals question for you. In horse racing, what is the name of the prestigious US race that makes up the first leg of the Triple Crown? You have 8 seconds to answer. I love watching these races. I find them to be fascinating. Horses are beautiful, strong, and amazing creatures. They're so majestic. Time's up. The answer is the Kentucky Derby. Did you get it right? Don't get trampled by the horses as you hit the subscribe button. Russell is up next with the second tiebreaker if you need it.
It's Quizzia time. Here's a sports question for you. Who holds the record for the most career passing yards in NFL history? You have 8 seconds to answer. How's everyone's fantasy football team doing? Is it time for a huddle to discuss this answer? You got it? Time's up. The answer is Tom Brady. Did you know Brady retired in 2023 with over 89,000 career passing yards with a career spanning 23 seasons? Did you get it right? Up next is Joseph with your next sports question.
Here's a history question for you. In which year did Jesse Owens win 4 gold medals at the Berlin Olympics, famously challenging Nazi ideology? You have 8 seconds to answer. Jesse Owens was a groundbreaking athlete who overcame serious obstacles to achieve greatness, and his legacy continues to inspire today. Time's up. The answer is 1936. Did you get it right? Did this break the tie?
All right, everyone. That wraps up tonight's sports trivia showdown. Time to tally those scores. Let's see who came out on top. If you took the title of Trivia Champ tonight, or if you nailed your highest score yet, drop a comment below. And tell me, what was the trickiest question? Or maybe the most surprising fact you learned? We've got big plans for our next trivia night. It's all about entertainment. Movies, TV, video games, music and more. So, if you think you're ready to ace that, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. Make sure you comment. We'll be adding shout-outs to our superfans.